This presentation is part of a series to make you aware of the emergencies that could affect your installation or local community and the steps you can take to be ready. Extreme heat is one of the leading weather-related killers in the United States, resulting in hundreds of fatalities each year. According to the National Weather Service, more than 1,200 people died in the disastrous heat wave of 1980. In 1995, more than 700 deaths in the Chicago area alone were attributed to an extreme heat wave, becoming Chicago's deadliest weather event in history. Even across the Atlantic in August 2003, Europe had a sweltering heat wave which claimed the lives of more than 50,000 people. Extreme heat conditions are when temperatures stay 10 or more degrees above a region's average high temperature for several weeks. Humid or muggy conditions add to the discomfort of high temperatures when a dome of high atmospheric pressure traps hazy, damp air near the ground, raising the heat index by as much as 15 degrees in full sunlight. These conditions can provoke dust storms and cause droughts for entire regions, creating a very dangerous situation when combined with extreme heat. If you know what to do before, during, and after long periods of extreme heat, you can stay safe. First, familiarize yourself with some of the terms used in extreme heat conditions. Outlooks provide information to those who need considerable lead time to prepare for the event, such as public utility staff, emergency managers, and public health officials. Watches are issued when conditions exist that could potentially affect your area. Warnings are issued when the condition will or is already affecting your area. You should prepare for periods of extreme heat in advance. Air conditioners and air ducts should be properly installed and maintained to ensure maximum effectiveness and efficiency. Pay attention to doors and windows to eliminate drafts and keep heat outside. For windows that receive morning or afternoon sun, simple steps like installing temporary window reflectors or covering them completely can reduce the amount of heat entering your home by up to 80%. Remember to listen to local weather forecasts to stay aware of any temperature changes and any other important announcements. Another way of preparing for periods of extreme heat is to receive first aid training for heat-related injuries like heat cramps, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. Having an established emergency supply kit and emergency plan will also help you be prepared. Water is one of the most important items in your kit. Your kit needs to have at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for at least 3 to 5 days. Don't forget about any pets. You can survive for 8 weeks without food, but only 3 to 5 days without water. Also, have a radio available so you can tune in to local news broadcasts and gather important information. Remember to have extra batteries too. Make sure your first aid kit is sufficiently stocked to handle any medical emergency you may encounter. Some of these items can also be found in your home. Include special needs items such as prescription medications, eyeglasses, contact lens solution, or hearing aid batteries. When extreme heat does impact your community, be sure to never leave children or pets alone in vehicles, whether they're running with AC or not. Cars parked in direct sunlight can reach internal temperatures of over 170 degrees when outside temperatures are in the 80s. It's important to stay indoors on the lowest floor possible and out of the sun as much as possible. Consider spending the warmest part of the day in public buildings such as libraries, schools, movie theaters, shopping malls, and other community facilities. The circulating air in these locations can cool the body down by increasing the evaporation rate of perspiration. You should also eat well-balanced, light, and regular meals while avoiding large amounts of salty foods and salt tablets. Drink plenty of water even if you do not feel thirsty. You should limit the consumption of energy drinks containing large amounts of caffeine and alcoholic beverages. When outside, dress in loose-fitting, lightweight, and light-colored clothing that covers as much skin as possible. Avoid dark colors because they absorb the sun's rays. Also, protect the face and head by wearing a wide-brimmed hat and using sunblock. You should also check on family, friends, and neighbors who do not have air conditioning and that maybe spend much of their time alone. People who work outdoors are more likely to become dehydrated and get a heat-related illness. Try to avoid excessive strenuous work, but if you can't, use a buddy system and share the workload. Take frequent breaks, spending your downtime in an air-conditioned or shaded environment. Once it begins to cool down and the extreme heat passes, notify family and friends of your condition. Continue to monitor local news and weather channels to get important updates. You should also assist those nearby during the recovery period. This may include those who require special assistance, large families, children, the elderly, and individuals with disabilities. A good resource for extreme heat information is the Air Force's Be Ready mobile app. It has an emergency supply kit listing, important links, and contact information. It's an extremely useful tool to have on your mobile device. Hopefully this information has helped you better prepare for what to do before, during, and after periods of extreme heat. For more information, please take the time to visit your installation's Office of Emergency Management, the Be Ready website, download the Be Ready mobile app, or pick up an Air Force Emergency Preparedness Guide. This has been Corey DeBrinier reporting for the Emergency Management Division of the Air Force Civil Engineer Center. Stay safe and be ready.